everyone, thanks for joining. For those of you who don't know me, I am a runner and I have been for a very long time. I'm not going to tell you how long. And part of that means that at one point my body said, no more, I'm not going to take this. And that's when I found yoga and mobility and all the other things that have really served me well. So today we're going to do some stretching, and I'm going to cut it up. So if you want to do 15 minutes of this one day and 15 minutes the next day, you can do it like that, or you can do the whole thing. I try to do most of these moves almost every day. So here we go. I have a little extra cushion since I'm outside and we're on pavement. You can also do that for your knees if that feels good to you. And just really feel your body out. Like some stuff is gonna be more accessible than others, just depending on where you're at right now. So no judgment, just keep moving with me if you can. And we're gonna come to a tabletop. So I'm just gonna get my knees right under my hips, my hands and my wrists right under my shoulders. And I'm gonna take those fingers and spread them wide and push into the mat. And the reason for that is we're protecting our wrists when we do that. We're just bringing a little less pressure off of pushing down through our palms, and we're spreading those fingers out. My pelvis is tucked. My gaze is forward and down. Nice strong core here in your tabletop. Take a breath. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna push back your glutes towards your heels, finding a little stretch, and then coming back up over. We're just gonna move back and forth here for a moment. Feeling out our breath, kind of just getting our body start to feel that motion. One more here. And then we're gonna come back to that tabletop. I'm gonna walk my knees out and keep my toes in for a child's pose. So first we're coming into child's. You're gonna keep that pelvic tuck. You're gonna keep your shoulders over, and then we're gonna sit back. You can extend your hands out a little bit. Find some space in that chest. Inhale, exhale. You're about hip width or maybe a little further if that feels okay to your hips. And then we're gonna inhale, rise up just like before. Keep that pelvic tuck. This time we're gonna tuck those glutes, push back. Kind of opening it up. I just got back from a run, and this is something I normally, sometimes I do some of these before, but really most importantly after, to kind of let your body shake off some of that stiffness from your run. It's already warmed up, plus it's really hot here today, so I had to get out early. So keep moving, exhaling down, inhale up. Two more here. One more. Come up, bring those shoulders back over those wrists to keep that pelvic tucked. And then we're gonna walk our feet out. So if you wanna bring your knees a little wide, or if that feels okay to them, we're just coming into this frog. Split here, tuck your pelvis, and then take a sec, just letting it open up. Your toes are kind of pointed out. And then when you're ready, bring the toes back in and come back into your tabletop. Excuse that crow, rude. I like to taunt my dog out of here. So once you're back in your tabletop, we're gonna get strong, and then we're gonna kick out that right leg and your left hand when you're ready. So kind of evening out that way. Those hips are still parallel with the mat. Inhale, reach to those fingertips, push through the heel, and then we're just gonna bring everything back. So you're gonna squeeze that elbow, kick up that foot to 90 degrees, push through that heel. And then as you extend, you're gonna come in for a crunch. So inhale, squeeze everything back. Keep that core nice and strong. Squeeze. Two more. Inhale, exhale. Keep that shoulder over the wrist. Exhale. Bring that back out, and then we're gonna bring that palm down here, and we're just gonna push into our palms. Bring those elbows in real tight, almost grazing your ribs when you come down. You're gonna get your shoulders over, keep kicking through that back leg, and we're just gonna take a couple presses here. 5, 4, chest forward, elbows in. 3, pelvis tucked. 2, 1. Then we're gonna take this back toes and tuck it. And we're gonna push into a single leg dog. So kick up through that right leg, get deep in your chest, and then when you're ready, we're gonna bring that right knee to right elbow, chest forward, kick it back. Inhale, exhale, cross your body to the other side, kick it back, and then stack your hips so that right hip's gonna come on top of the left. You're gonna keep both hands solid. We're opening up those right obliques. Take a deep inhale in that right hip. Keep that foot flexed on that right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, knee to nose, round that spine. Kick it back. And then knee to nose, round your spine. Come all the way through until you step into your low lunge. You got your right knee over that ankle. Adjust yourself. And then when you're ready, drop that back knee. Pull that right hip back, chest forward. And go ahead and sink into this crescent lunge. Oh, just got sunny. So sink into that lunge. And then you're gonna feel that on that back left hip flexor and also in that right hip. So as you sink into it, bring those shoulders together, shoulder blades, and then exhale into your half split. Pulling that right hip back, squaring it, and then you can find that hinge, keep those toes coming towards you. You can have blocks on your side if that feels better, just tighten your fingers. And then when you're ready, you can let your head and neck roll forward if that feels good. Roll up, inhale. Exhale, half split. Inhale. Exhale, half split. Squeezing my hands behind my back now. And then I'm gonna roll forward, plant my hands on the inside and heel toe my foot a little further out. So first in a runner's lunge, getting that right hip, and then if it feels good, you can roll onto those pinky side of your right toe and move your chest back and forth. Inhale, plant that foot, exhale, wide half split. Walk it forward, tuck those back toes, get strong, and then we're gonna step all the way forward with that left, so you have your heels in, toes out, toes can go over the edge of your mat, and we're gonna sink that tailbone down as we bring our chest up into our Malasana, our garland pose, pressing into those inner thighs, finding a little more space in the head. Inhale, exhale. Plant your hands, rise up about halfway, heel toe those feet until they're together. And then we're gonna go ahead and come up for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Head and neck can hang down, let gravity pull. Kind of keep these knees a little bit bent, but try to find some length in those back of your hamstrings. Deep inhale, exhale. This is a very exciting video for you guys. Finding space in the side bodies too. And then when you're ready, you're gonna release and you're gonna inhale all the way up, reach up, tiny back bend here. Exhale, cactus. Good job. Inhale, reach, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back into plank, and then we're gonna bring ourselves down into that tabletop again. This time, once your core is braced and you're pushing into those fingertips, your hips are over your knees, check yourself, shoulders over wrists, then we're gonna kick out that left leg. And when you're ready, you're gonna bring that right hand up, pushing through that heel and those fingertips. And then once you feel that core is in and braced, we're gonna inhale, squeeze it back, bending that elbow, squeezing that shoulder blade, squeezing that glute up on the left side, and then bring it all the way in, exhale. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Good job. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Go ahead and bring that right hand down. We're gonna tuck those toes. And then we're gonna go ahead and bring those elbows in, bring that chest over, and we're gonna do our push-ups. Pushing into those fingertips, we're gonna kind of ignite those arms a little more, keeping those elbows in real tight. 2 more. 1 more. Exhale up, and then we're gonna push this left leg all the way up, And so you're in your single leg dog, 3-leg dog, push into each hand equally, and then when you're ready, you're gonna roll forward to that right elbow. Exhale, inhale, kick up, exhale, cross your body. Inhale, kick up, exhale, round your spine, knee to nose, flex that foot, inhale, kick up, and then knee to nose, step all the way through until you're in your low lunge. Adjust that so that knee's over your ankle. Drop that back knee when you're ready, coming up for your crescent. So make sure that that left hip is pulled back. Try and sneak out of the center here. And then sink into it. So once you're sinking into it, you're gonna feel that in your hips, feel that in that front quad on the right into your hip flexors. Leave those shoulders on your body. Inhale, exhale, half split. Kick that front leg out, pull that left hip back. Keep those toes coming towards you. You can tighten your fingers down. And then when you're ready, you can let your head and neck come down if it feels good. Really feeling that in that, all the way up to the glute, down to that calf. And then when you're ready, you're gonna inhale, roll forward. Exhale, half split. Inhale forward, just laughing at all the outdoor sounds. Exhale, half split. Inhale, roll forward. Bring your hands to the inside. First coming into that runner's lunge, so step a little bit wider. And then if you want, you can come onto the pinky side of that toe if that feels okay to your knee. Let that chest and head come forward. Forward and down gaze. Inhale, exhale, half split. Roll forward, get that foot nice and wide, get strong in that back foot. So bring it, push through that back heel, and then when you're ready, you can step all the way forward into your Malasana. Push into those inner thighs. Let that tailbone come down, chest up, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Plant your hands, rise halfway up, heel toe those feet together. Exhale, forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, fold forward one more time. Inhale, all the way up, push to those feet, ignite those legs. Tiny back bend, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Go ahead and plant your hands, step or hop back into plank. And right here, we're gonna hold here for a sec. So push through your heels, go ahead and drive through the top of your head. Take a deep inhale, gaze forward, holding this plank. Think about pushing through those heels, bringing that core up and in, pushing into each fingertip, spread wide, really creating that strong, long line for yourself. And then when we're ready, you're gonna inhale, exhale into that downward facing dog. This time we're gonna kick up that right leg, bring it to that elbow, exhale. Inhale, kick up, cross your body. Inhale, kick up, stack your hips, coming into your scorpion. Balance out that weight in your hands. Come center, knee to nose, round that spine, kick it back, knee to nose, step all the way through. This time we're gonna come up for a high lunge. So pull that right hip back, chest up and forward. And then we're gonna push to that back heel at first, and then we're gonna bring it in and tuck that pelvis. And when we're doing this, our arms are gonna squeeze back, and then we're gonna push back through that heel, and then roll it back in. So really hug those inner thighs in together. You can pull that right hip back, adjust yourself where you need it. Don't hesitate to do that. Push forward, squeeze back those shoulders. So one thing too, when you're running or you're a hiker, sometimes your shoulders can start to roll forward. So keep that gaze forward, squeeze it back. 2 more, 1 more. Bringing that in. And then when you're ready, we're gonna find length through the heel and the fingertips. Keep pulling that right hip back. And then we're gonna step all the way through. So when we step through, we're gonna come into a chair position. So step up into there, into that chair, back in your heels. Bring those fingertips back. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale up, exhale back and squeeze. And this time we're gonna inhale, bringing that left leg up. As we plant that right, we're gonna come into our figure four. So sitting deep into those hips, keep that foot flexed. You can always bring your leg in a little bit more, your foot in if that feels better. But the point is to get into this outer glute and those outer thigh, even opening up the hip a little bit. Take a breath here. Inhale, exhale. One more breath here. On your next inhale, you're gonna rise back up. You're gonna step back into that lunge. This time we're gonna plant our hands and you're gonna step that foot back and sink into this low cow lunge. So your chest is up and forward. You're really opening up that chest a little bit here, sinking into these hips. And then as you exhale, you're gonna step this back foot in, plant that heel, pull that right hip back, standing cat. Feeling it in your hamstring all the way up to your glute again. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, step back. In, step in, sorry. Back, cow, cat. Step all the way back to your low lunge. Plant that left hand, so it's right next to your right foot and your shoulders right over. Then we're gonna inhale, coming into our simple twist. And then when you're ready, you're gonna bring that hand in the air, you're gonna just tap it to the other elbow. It doesn't have to touch, just coming into that crunch. 8, 7, pushing into those fingertips. 6, opening up that chest. 5, 4, strong through that back leg. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach. Exhale, plant that hand, step back into your plank. And then we're gonna just push right into that downward facing dog. Left leg's gonna come high. Bring that to that elbow. Kick it back. Cross your body. Kick it back. Stack that hip. Inhale, center. Knee to nose, exhale. Kick back. Knee to nose, step all the way through. Come up for that high lunge. Adjust yourself, left hip can come back. You do have a tilt at first, and then as we're bringing those elbows back, we're gonna tuck that pelvis, bring that chest forward. So you're gonna push back, bring it in. Push back, knee rolls in, push back, tuck it all in. Stretch it out, bring it in. We're here for 5, 4, good job. 3, keep going with it. Keep working with that breath. 2, 1. Good job. This time we're gonna push through that back heel. You're gonna find that length through your fingertips and your heel, and you're gonna keep pulling that left hip back with this nice hinge here. Inhale, and then exhale, you're gonna step into that chair. Bring both arms back, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale. This time, as we inhale, we're gonna plant that left leg. You're gonna bring that right up for a 3-leg mountain and then cross it over, sit into that chair position. If you need to step it down, that's okay. Just keep pushing through that heel, flex that foot, protecting that knee. So important to protect our knees, especially for runners or a human walking on the earth. So chest forward, take a breath. Your core is engaged here. Inhale, exhale. One more breath here. Inhale, exhale. When you're ready, you're gonna inhale, bring that knee up. Again, step back into this high lunge here. And then when you're ready, we're gonna plant our hands, sink into this back. So maybe step back a little further, coming into that cow lunge. Inhale, Exhale, stack that back foot and pull that left hip back so your hips are squared, head and neck can come down. So your spine is rounding a little bit this, just make sure that feels good. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, step in. One more time, inhale, forward, exhale, step in. This time you're gonna step all the way back. Plant that right hand right next to that foot, knees over ankle, shoulder over wrist. Push into the mat with those fingers. Inhale into this simple twist. And then when you're ready, bring that hand to your head and we're gonna come to that opposite elbow. Keep breathing. Inhale, open up, squeeze those shoulder blades together on the way up and exhale on the way down. We're here for 5, 4, doing great, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank. Inhale, exhale into your downward facing dog. So roll forward, come to your knees. This is the part where we're gonna kind of mix it up. We're gonna start adding in some core. So if you wanna stop here and add it in the next day, you're welcome to. I'm gonna move my mat just to be in the shade. So we're gonna add on our core now here. So you're welcome to do this with me, or you can come back to it the next day. Go ahead and come into a forearm plank here. We're working in shoulder mobility as well. Keeping opening your chest, keeping your shoulders strong is an essential part of the whole system. So bring those elbows right underneath your shoulders, coming into a plank. So pushing through those heels, coming up over shoulders over elbows and pressing into your forearms. And then we're just gonna push into a modified dolphin. So our head's gonna come down, we're pushing up. You're gonna step in a little bit if it feels good. And then we're gonna come back down into that forearm plank. So exhale, inhale, chest comes forward. Exhale, push in. Keep moving here. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, good job, 1. Go ahead and come onto your forearm, onto the right side, shoulder over ankle, or your shoulder over elbow, not ankle, coming into a side plank. So I have my feet stacked. You can stagger them. You can even drop that knee below, and I'm really tucking this right oblique in. I'm gonna bring the hand behind my head, and then I'm just gonna tap, as I keep this tucked, tap over to the left side, or left elbow to right side. Sorry, we're here for 3, 2, 1. Then you're bringing a hand to my hip, and I'm gonna come down and hover that hip and squeeze it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way around to your other side. Check that shoulder over elbow, and then stack your feet or do whatever modification you feel. Squeeze that left side up. Bring that hand to your head when you're ready. We're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm gonna hover, squeeze. So hand on hip, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to our forearms. You can always intertwine your hands, or you can place them down the mat, and then settle into this, gazing forward. And then when you're ready, we're gonna tap our knees and push into our heels. So we're here for 9, 8, stay strong, keep that gaze forward. 7, 6, 5, hover those knees. 4, push through your heels. 3, keep breathing. 2, 1. Hold here in this forearm plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees down. We're gonna come into a seated position. So just roll over any way you want. I'm trying to stay out of the sun as much as possible. So come to kind of a low boat. Get those heels anchored down, chest up. And then when you're ready, you can bring your palms up. I just want to keep this Nice strong core, keep that long back, keep that chest forward. And then if you want it, you can bring your feet up. You can extend your legs all the way if that's in your practice. We're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring down. You're gonna come roll down to your mat. Take the time to press that pelvis all the way down into the mat. We don't want our lower back leaving. That can cause your stomach to kind of pooch out. So you're really gonna take the time, press that pelvis down. And then when you're ready, you're gonna bring those feet up. You're gonna place your hands on the top of your thighs. Fire it up here for a sec. So gently push your hand into the top of that quad. You're gonna feel that immediately in your lower abs, or at least you should. And then when you're ready, you're gonna hold the left side just like this. Kick out through your right and your left and crunch it in. So if you feel your lower back leaving, you just go up a little bit higher. It should help keep that connection. Inhale, exhale. We're here for 5. Keep that pressing down the mat. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch sides. Find that top of that thigh in that hand. Then kick out, bring it in. 10, 9, inhale, exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna keep our hands behind our head this time. Elbows open, chest up. And we're just gonna come into some crunches for our upper body. Not long here. We're here for 6, 5, 4, just firing it up a little bit before we go further. 2, 1, and then we're gonna come into our yoga bicycles. So if you wanna keep your knees bent, if you wanna straighten them, feel it out for yourself. Just keep those feet nice and flexed. Keep that lower back connected. Again, you can keep your feet up a little higher if you feel it leaving. Keep breathing. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring everything in, squeeze it, kick everything out. 10, 9, you can bring your hands behind your head if that feels better to you. 7, exhale, inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring that down. Oof. Take a breath. We're gonna walk our heels in. We're almost done here. And you're gonna push up into this bridge. So knees and shoulders are pretty much lined up with each other. So push into those glutes. Make sure your knees aren't coming out. You're just shooting straight back to the mat. You're about hip width still. Bring those hands behind down for a little bit of an anchoring. And then you're just gonna pull those shoulders away from your ears. Bring those glutes down for a hover and squeeze. Up, squeeze, hover, squeeze. So keep pushing through those heels. Gonna do these for a moment and then we're gonna add on and then we're gonna be almost done. So we're gonna come up for 10, 9, keep squeezing at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold at the top here. 1, so come to the top, we're gonna squeeze. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're gonna squeeze in, come down. So you're coming to that hover, you're squeezing up, and then those knees are coming in, a little inner thigh action here. Hover back down. I do bridges all the time. It's actually so important to have really strong glute muscles. I'm sure you hear a ton about it, but it just really supports us, especially if you are running or hiking. Gotta have them glutes, gotta work them in different ways so they're there for you when you need them. So we're here for 6, squeeze up, knees, squeeze in. 5, 4, 3, 2, almost done. 1. Come back down all the way, squeeze your knees in. Just roll side to side. Give yourself a little back massage there. So all these things are great, and you don't have to do them all at once. Hold on to your knee, extend your left, take a breath, maybe take a couple of ankle rolls. It's really about keeping the mobility in all of your body and not just what you're using. Switch it out. So that's why I do these things every day. It's been life-changing for me, and I hope that it serves you. And if you have any questions, you can always feel free to comment below. Thank you for joining. Have a great day.